Hey guys, and welcome. Halo Infinite has its fair share of mysteries, to put it politely. Most of them will be fleshed out in later DLC, but there are a lot of very little bits of information which we heard in audio logs and other parts around the campaign that we don't really know too much about. One of those being Spartan Locke and what happened to him before, during, and after Halo Infinite. Obviously, with one of the Hand of Atriox we fight within the game, we have Hyperius and Tavares. Locke's helmet was found on the shoulder of one, which to some people could indicate that potentially he's dead, but others think otherwise, and I believe that Locke is still alive. And in this video we're going to detail every little bit of information, factual information that we have to look into where Locke potentially was and how he was defeated or killed. Now, there's no fully blown story out there that tells me exactly where Locke is or what he's been doing for the past 6-7 months within Halo Infinite, but the stories are fairly vague, but they do give some very good details and interesting information about where he potentially was at the time and how he was defeated or, as I said, killed. But guys, make sure you go down below in the comments and let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. What do you think happened to Spartan Locke? Was he killed by the Banished, or was he just defeated and let go? Make sure you guys let me know down in the comments, but without wasting any more of your time, let's get straight into the video. 343 have not been shy at killing characters off screen and not in the canon game, and we've seen this, for example, with the Rookie. The Rookie was killed off screen and in a book of some sort, which to a lot of people, they didn't really appreciate that. And I think 343 have kind of learned that that isn't the best approach to take. So I don't think that Locke would have been killed off screen, and if he did, I think there would be some form of rage in the community that he was such a main character in Halo 5. I think almost 75% of Halo 5's campaign was playing as Spartan Locke, and I think only 3 missions as Chief, so why would 343 want to kill him off so quickly? But to detail this more, let's start off by stating facts. Put our detective hats on and discuss where Locke could be and what happened to him during Halo Infinite. What we do know at the end of Halo 5 is that Locke and the Chief met up with the Arbiter, Halsey, and also Palmer on St. Helios, and then they flew back to the Infinity the following day. Spartan Locke was then sent on a top-secret operation called Operation Breaker Trip by Captain Lasky and Dr. Halsey. We don't have full concrete details yet around this operation and what exactly it is just yet, but what we do know is that it's related to similar operations which were ongoing in parallel, such as Operation Kickstand and Operation Wolfie. Now, these were a part of a bigger project called Fixer. Now, again, we don't know what that actually is yet, but this Fixer operation includes those 3 different smaller operations. So maybe the operation is the same for all of them, just in different locations. So one of the main things at that time, of course, that was going on was the created conflict, and that was with Cortana. And then the other 2 operations could be, I don't know, occupied by Blue Team. Blue Team were sent also on a very top secret operation. We didn't get the name of the operation they were sent on, but maybe it was rather Operation Kickstand or Wolfie. We don't really know at this point, but maybe they're all sent on this one operation to different locations, and potentially Spartan Locke was sent to Reach to contain the Banished. If you guys have any details around these 3 operations, I would love it if you could leave them down in the comments, or any theories as to what you think they might be. Again, it's a big discussion in the comments down below, so any suggestions you've got, no matter how crazy they are, make sure you guys do leave them down below. I'd be very interested to have a read of them. However, during this process, somewhere on Operation Breaker Trip, we understand that one of the members of the Hand of Atriox, Hyperius, actually had Locke's helmet on his shoulder. This was also shown to us initially on a Mega Bloks set, which released before Halo Infinite even came out. But not only this, it's suspected that Hyperius was also wearing a Spartan Scout helmet. People are suspecting this is Palmer's, but again, that's another discussion for another video. It was also discreetly mentioned on the back of the Mega Construct box that Locke or the Spartan had been defeated, not killed. Which myself and a lot of the fan base in fact feel that this is keeping Locke's story open for interpretation, because it very clearly is Spartan Locke's helmet on his shoulder. Upon slaying Hyperius in their first boss battle, Tavares will comment, "Good, the coward got what he deserved." To me, that implies one of the 2 possibilities. Tavares made the kills and Hyperius claimed the trophy and the glory. Hyperius wears Locke's armor and multiple Spartan fingers as war trophies. I find it odd that between them, only one would have the trophies on them. Hyperius didn't kill Locke, but sports the trophies and claims the victory anyway. Either Locke had died by Tavares' hands or another's, or Locke lost his helmet whilst fighting the 2 brothers, but survived the encounter, with Hyperius claiming the kill. Brutes do have a sense of honour when it comes to combat. They may use underhanded tactics to achieve victory at times, but still respect a good fight. If a brute would make false claims of victory over a powerful opponent, it wouldn't surprise me for him to be looked down upon by those who knew. I suspect this is the only reason why Tavares didn't kill Hyperius himself, and this is because of their bond by blood. Or, during a battle between the brutes, Locke and his team of Spartans were overrun by the banished forces, and Locke was potentially captured by Tavares and Hyperius. Tavares wanted to kill Locke whilst Hyperius wanted to let him go. This would have been why Tavares thought that Hyperius was weak and didn't think a lot of him, and would only agree to let him go if Locke surrendered his helmet and chest piece for the brute brothers to use as trophies. There is even a screenshot which I found which is very, very interesting, and this was also a screenshot mentioned in my Discord server, by the way, links down below, which is Spartan Locke, what it looks like anyway, with no helmet or chest piece. This would allude to the fact that Spartan Locke is in fact still alive, and he was defeated but was allowed to run free, or even escaped captivity. As I've mentioned previously, it is in the nature of the brutes to let their prey go. Aatrox did this with the red team in Halo Wars 2. He badly injured one of the members and allowed them to run to the Warthog and try to get free, but very shortly after they started running, led his army of brutes chase after them. Maybe a similar thing happened to Locke, but he managed to fend off the banished or escaped entirely. It's important to note also that we don't actually know where Locke is or where Operation Breaker Trip actually took place. I personally think that it took place on Reach, as a lot of the story that was told to us through these audio logs also took place on Reach. Collecting the weapon also took place on Reach. Blue Team and the Chief initially went to Reach to collect the weapon, and they mentioned a lot of banished forces were there waiting for them when they landed. I think Breaker Trip might have been an operation to clear Reach and prevent them from utilising the portal from Reach to the Ark. If this is the case, my theory around Locke saving the Spirit of Fire could be correct or have some weight to it. Locke could have escaped through the Reach portal and ended up at the Ark after being overran by the Banished and the two brute brothers, where he came across Jerome 092 and the Red Team. They all flew back to the Spirit of Fire and are all sent on another mission by Captain Cutter to get a working slipspace drive from a Dreadnought on Reach. They went through the Reach portal, infiltrated a ship, got the slipspace drive, and headed back to the Spirit of Fire. This is when it was installed by an engineer, and this is when the Spirit of Fire became back in operation. They slipspaced to Zeta Halo because on the way there they heard that the Chief was rather gone for that sick from the period, or the UNSC Infinity had fallen, and for me that's where the cut mid-credits cutscene took place, and they could see the Spirit of Fire in the background coming towards them. I think it would make a lot of sense. I think that would be such a cool little twist. Have the Spirit of Fire come back, have Red Team fight alongside Locke and Chief, with Captain Cutter being the overall commander, like back in the day with Captain Keyes. Oh, it would just be so good. And the first mission you're sent on with Red Team and Locke is to find Captain Lasky and the Infinity. We land there and we see the Banished have captured Captain Lasky on the Infinity, and they've stripped the Infinity completely for parts. A banished, overrun Infinity would be so damn cool, and we work with Red Team, Jerome 092 and Spartan Locke to try and get Lasky back and any of the Marines which have been kept prisoners on board. I think that would be so cool, and it could be like the Jaeger and Domni mission on the campaign. Everything really dark, you hear different things, you hear footsteps, patrols going around the ship. I think it would be so cool. It'd give that horror aspect back to the game, and even implementing some form of stealth mechanics that you can take out enemies silently. So you could do the mission in different ways. The mission can be completely unlinear. You can go to whichever part of the ship that you want to at any given time. If you want to go loud, you can. If you want to stealth the whole thing, you can. Stuff like this would make Halo Infinite so much better, infinitely better, if you want to pardon the pun. And I really do think that something like this would open the doors huge and be such a good starting DLC. It'll get people back and get people hyped. Interesting to think about, guys, but let me know down below what you think. But in summary, guys, what do you think happened to Spartan Locke? I personally think that he's still alive. I think that the two brothers let him go. They took his armor for a trophy for not killing him, but only defeating him in battle. And then he ran off through the Reach portal. And then that's where the Spirit of Fire will come into the game. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. I really like this theory. I think it would be so cool. And especially the one with the UNSC Infinity and infiltrating it with the Red Team and Locke. I just think it's so sick. But guys, if you did enjoy this video, a like would be much appreciated, and make sure you guys do subscribe for more content coming every single day. And don't forget to turn those notifications on as well if you want to be notified when a video does go live. I'm going to be uploading daily from now on, so yeah, make sure you guys do stick around for that. But I hope you have enjoyed, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Take care. Speak soon.